Judge Eleanor Martin was looking forward to a quieter life after her recent promotion to Chief Judge of the state's Supreme Court. After 20 years in a downtown apartment, she purchased a charming colonial home in Oakwood Estates, a prestigious suburb known for its tree-lined streets and spacious properties. The neighborhood seemed perfect, until HOA President Karen Wilcox appeared on her doorstep 3 days after moving in. With a clipboard clutched to her chest and a plastered smile, Karen informed Eleanor that her newly installed birdbath violated HOA regulations and needed to be removed immediately. Eleanor, exhausted from unpacking and preparing for a major case, politely explained she'd review the HOA bylaws later. Karen's smile flickered momentarily before she insisted Eleanor sign immediate compliance paperwork. Not accustomed to being pressured, Eleanor firmly declined to sign anything without proper review, unwittingly igniting Karen's infamous temper. Over the following weeks, Karen's campaign against Eleanor intensified. First came the notices. Yellow violation tags appeared on Eleanor's mailbox, front door, and even her car windshield. Then came the fines, hundreds of dollars for unapproved landscaping, improper garbage bin placement, and unauthorized exterior paint color, though Eleanor hadn't painted anything. When Eleanor formally contested the violations through proper channels, Karen responded by rallying other HOA board members against her. Security cameras captured Karen measuring Eleanor's grass with a ruler at 6:00 a.m. and photographing her home from various angles. At neighborhood gatherings, Karen loudly proclaimed that some people think they're above the rules. Eleanor, juggling a landmark case on property rights and personal autonomy, found the irony both frustrating and oddly amusing. She declined to mention her position, preferring to be known as simply Ellie to her neighbors rather than Your Honor. Everything changed on a sweltering July afternoon. Eleanor returned from court to find her beautiful garden destroyed, plants uprooted, soil scattered across her lawn, and a note pinned to her front door threatening further consequences if she continued ignoring HOA directives. That evening, after documenting the damage, Eleanor formally withdrew from the HOA, citing legal precedents that made her property exempt from their jurisdiction, something she had discovered while researching for her current case. She hand-delivered the paperwork to Karen's house, where Karen's face contorted with rage as she tore the documents to shreds. "Nobody leaves the HOA," Karen hissed. "Nobody." As Eleanor walked away, she heard Karen on the phone, her voice shrill with fury. "She thinks she can just walk away? We'll see about that." 3 nights later, Eleanor awoke to the acrid smell of smoke and the piercing wail of fire alarms. Flames engulfed her front porch, spreading rapidly toward the main structure. Grabbing only her phone and her late husband's wedding ring, she escaped through the back door and called 911. As firefighters battled the blaze, Eleanor stood barefoot on the sidewalk, watching her new home burn. A neighbor approached, phone in hand. "I'm so sorry, Ellie," he whispered, showing her security footage from his camera. The video clearly showed Karen approaching Eleanor's house shortly before midnight, carrying what appeared to be a gas can. By morning, investigators confirmed the fire was deliberately set, and Karen was nowhere to be found. The police issued an APB for her arrest on charges of arson and attempted murder. Karen was apprehended attempting to cross the state line. When brought before the court for arraignment, her face drained of color as she recognized the black robes and stern countenance of Chief Judge Eleanor Martin. "Your Honor," her lawyer began, "we request another judge preside over this case due to obvious conflict of interest." Eleanor nodded solemnly. "Of course, I'll recuse myself immediately." As she rose to leave, she paused. "For the record, Mrs. Wilcox, I never mentioned my occupation because I wanted to be treated like any other resident. I believe in equality under the law, both when it protects us and when it holds us accountable." In the following months, as Eleanor rebuilt her home and Karen awaited trial, the Oakwood Estates HOA underwent a complete restructuring. The new president, a retired civil rights attorney, established bylaws emphasizing community input and reasonable accommodation. Eleanor's garden, when replanted, became a neighborhood gathering spot, a symbol of resilience and a reminder that true community isn't built on rules and regulations, but on mutual respect and understanding.